More than 700 people in Comox are protesting the Northern Enbridge pipeline. It happened just outside Comox Rec Centre, while people inside made presentations to the Joint Panel Review about the project. And as Kendall Hansen reports, the controversial project has many worried about potential impacts to the region and people on Vancouver Island.
Several dozen people are singing a song of protest against the proposed Enbridge pipeline for central BC. They're among hundreds who came from across Vancouver Island and the province who want to send their message of opposition to Ottawa.
Oh, we're totally opposed to this Enbridge project. We feel that it's not a matter of if there will be an oil spill, it's just a matter of when.
Enbridge wants to build a pipeline that would be more than 1,000 kilometers long to transport oil from Alberta to BC's west coast. Among the promised benefits, 560 long-term jobs for BC.
But the real benefit, I think, to British Columbia is spin-off economic activity, which would be in the hundreds of millions of dollars, and also long-term tax revenue for the BC public.
The tax revenue would put an extra $1.2 billion in BC coffers each year, but the protesters say the benefits don't outweigh the potential damage to the environment.
Too much risk, right? Too many things to go wrong for such a big distance.
The only way that we can prevent a spill, like we saw from the Exxon Valdez, is to say no to the Northern Gateway Pipeline project, and no pipeline and no tankers. Thank you.
This is of concern to anybody on the coast, but also people in communities in Vancouver Island, because we're all dependent on our fisheries. There are people all over Vancouver Island that fish on the north coast where this could happen, where a spill could happen.
There is always some element of risk, so you focus on reducing that risk to very, very small levels, and ensuring that if something does happen, it's dealt with very quickly.
The protest is happening just outside the Comox Rec Centre, where for a second day the Joint Panel Review is listening to submissions. The independent body will assess environmental impacts and whether it's in the public's interest. Christine Holman runs an ecotourism business in Powell River and has come to speak against the pipeline.
My voice says no, my family says no, and I will take a stand. Standing here in front of you today, I will stand in front of machines and I will stand in front of tankers. You three, please say no from me to the powers that be.
Those making their voices heard on this day very much opposed to the Enbridge project.